wifey wanted to chitter chat for a sec, so I have to let her chitter chat. Sometimes she likes to vent, so I let her vent. Then sometimes she wants to be lovey-dovey. And then sometimes she want to be business. I'm gonna do a little piece of this. I did finally find my transcription. I'm transcribing this song. I'll just do a little bit of it. So sometimes what I'll do is, this really wasn't on my radar, but I'm putting it on my radar still. But just sometimes I like to randomly just play, see if I can play stuff and pick out what I'm trying to get at. I think a few days back I've been trying to find this tune, and I finally found it, and then I finally was able to find. I need to name the darn thing, so I can stop actually looking for it. I need to name it. Oh, it's already named. Duh. Okay. So where we lining at? Oh, we're gonna open it up, and now before I actually, all right, it says open somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Do I want to play it now, or? All right, so let me fast forward this. Fast forward that. I think we want to do it right here. Okay. So since I transcribed it, I'll make an attempt to try to read what I transcribed first, and then wing my way through it. And we're on voicing here, sound. We're on the wrong sound there. Let me swag down a little bit of water. This weather is like bipolar. All right, it's actually warm outside, but my blood circulation sometimes is kind of crazy. So let me slide this over so I'm not twisting too much. That's good enough. So I'm not twisting too much. Line in. So I'm gonna take a crack at this. A lot of times, I don't actually practice. I actually just try to see, can I do certain stuff, and see, can I pull this off, and may the force be with me. So this slide is right here. Put that folder down there. My name is Andre Clark, aka Bishop Drayster Clark, on some certain platforms. I believe this song is in A flat. And I forgot how to play it in A flat. A flat 1, B flat 2, D, C 3. So if you're learning how to play, for my new musicians out there, learn your scale. It's in my book. Everything I talk about is in my music book. All right, the play by sight. I'll talk about it over again and again. And I'm learning myself, so that's why somebody asked this question earlier. I saw it, and it said they asked the question, says, let me see. I think the way it was worded was, why does musicians? I'll put in my own phrase. If you've already been playing for a bit, is it necessary that you do your skills every day? That's what the question was. I threw the other word in there. But if you play the piano, the keyboard, the organ, um, I don't know, the guitar, whatever it is, instruments you can do your skills with, is it necessary to practice your skills every day? And so, that was the question. That was the question. Is it necessary? That was a good. That's a good, valid question, though. Is it necessary to have to practice? And I only just do the other part in there where I just said, um, basically, whether you've been playing for a while or professionally or not, is it necessary that you have to let me turn off my let me switch off my side piece. Let me switch my side piece off. Side piece is switched off. Alright, let's switch off my side piece. Alright, now I can bend over. Is it necessary? Is it necessary that you have to practice your skills every day? And why? Why is it necessary? I'm gonna move my side piece over. My side piece. Why is it necessary? Um, my wife is outside, so I'm in the back right here, so I can't see or hear what's going on. And sometimes she need to open up the garage. And it's not to say we're in a bad area where I live, by the way, since anybody's wondering why I said I gotta let me switch my facade piece off. But um we've had incidents many years back. And I said many years back when people just coming through the neighborhood, um, doing some shady stuff. Lately, so far with the knock on the wood, so to speak, if I should say it that way. Um, the neighborhood has been pretty reasonably quiet and decent, but I've been watching a lot of different news on TV, and I tell my wife this all the time that it doesn't matter whether you live in Hollywood or Compton, California. It doesn't matter if you live in the Oakland Hills. It doesn't matter if you live in Piedmont. It doesn't matter if you live in Danville, um, Monterey, and Discovery Bay. I'm just throwing different Stockton, California, Richmond, California. It doesn't matter if you live in the suburban areas of San Francisco, and I can go on and on and on and on and on with this. People look for opportunities at times, and so if you slipping and not paying attention, that's when they catch you off guard. So the Bible says, watch and pray. Be vigilant of your surroundings. So I'm always vigilant of my surroundings. Because some years ago, this guy was being chased by supposedly a neighbor and rolled up on my wife while she was in the car waiting for me. I'm back here in the room over here getting my, I'm gonna say my friends. Actually, I had all of my friends actually in the car already. I just didn't have none of my friends on me at the time when this fool um, was supposedly being chased down by somebody, and he rolled up trying to get in the car when my wife was already in the car waiting for me to come out, and I'm back here getting some more little BBs. Nah, nah, I'm back here trying to get some more little ammunitions, and I have no idea that she's out front yelling my name out, telling me to come out, but I had no idea that she was confronted by some maniac who was supposedly was being chased by somebody. So when I got to the garage and I opened up from the kitchen to the garage and I opened up the door, the dude was already in front of the car. My wife had the window very cracked open, telling the dude get up off our property. by this time I had already was trying to assess the situation because it all was like that. And so then when I opened the door, he was trying to ask her to let him in, and I'm like, "What?" And I can hear her yelling and screaming at him, telling him to get off our property, get away from the car. Meanwhile, all my gear was already in the trunk of the car already, and all I'm trying to do is bring the rest of my other little ammunitions with me. And actually, I was actually going for training. Uh, I was actually going to take her for training, matter of fact, but um, for the first time that day. And then this car roll up, and the guy's yelling from the vehicle, talking about, "Man, I got something for you. I got something for you. I seen you in my yard. You trying to break into my house." I guess apparently he lived about 3 to 4 blocks away from me, and whatever that was all about. And then I can hear my wife yelling at him, telling him to get off the property, get off our driveway. And he was like, "He's trying to kill me. He's trying to kill me." My wife was like, "I don't care. Take that foolishness down the street. Whatever you was doing, they ain't got nothing to do with us." So the dude was like, "Man, I got something for you." So then by this time, I'm coming off of my garage, coming into the garage, and I'm like, "Yo, y'all take that down the street, bro." Cause and the dude's like, "Nah, man, he's trying to kill me, man." I'm like, "Nah, bro, you better listen to my wife, cause she gonna tell." And I'm like, "Nah, fool, get off my property." So he's like, walking all in front of my car, and the dude's just like in his truck, getting ready, ratcheting his stuff up. And I was like, "Yo, bro, y'all take that down the street or off away from where I live, cause I'm not for all this." And so then my wife was like, "We ain't got time for this foolishness. Y'all better get up off out of here." It was a it was an unexpected situation that seemed like an eternity. Like it seemed like the longest time ever because this altercation seemed very surreal because dude was I heard him he was like, "Yeah, man, I got something for you." Quite I ain't gonna say the words he was saying, but and I was like, "Yo, cuz, we ain't got nothing to do with this dude. This dude don't live here. I don't even know why he on my property. Get up off my property, bro." So anyway, finally, he starts trying to get away from the guy walking all down the street, and he's ducking between cars, and then by this time, I'm like, I pop open my trunk. I'm like, "Y'all gone? Y'all finished?" Of course, I called that popo and whatever and gave him a heads up. Like, I mean, if y'all find somebody shot up, y'all already kind of know what happened. But anyway, so ever since then, I'm more vigilant of my presence. And my wife sometimes be not paying attention. I don't say not paying attention. I would say she's not super 100% sharp all the time. And like, "Yo, close the garage." Like I have the remote situation on my iPhone, and she's like, "Hey, I'm finna leave the house." And so, all right, cool. Like right now, she's outside in front talking, but we have had people just come randomly in the neighborhood, looking for their trouble, looking for opportunities. So yes, be also ready, cause you never know. People just be doing some shady stuff, and I'm just saying to be saying I don't play. So now since then I put surveillance systems up and got me a dog or whatever, but still it's like you can live in Hollywood. Um, or the nicest neighborhood you go to, the nicest neighborhood out here. We do have very, very nice neighborhoods out here, but people bring their foolishness out here to our neighborhood and makes it look like we are bad people. But here's the thing: is I look at it. This is anywhere, everywhere. Sacramento, Oakland, Vallejo, San Pablo, Richmond, Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose, San Mateo, everywhere. It is crime everywhere, anywhere, everywhere. So it don't matter where you live. People think that people really, really seriously think that, hey man, I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna move away from this. I'm gonna move away from that. But here's something I want to say. Then I'm gonna get to my music. But I don't even know why I went this way. But um, I was connected to law enforcement over the years in the past, and I was able to see the statistics of crimes that would you would expect, um, but unexpectedly see in certain specific areas, and I was like, man, the crime rate in certain areas is extremely high than certain areas that you would expect that area would be a bunch of crime in different places. So I'm just saying, I look at the statistics and I say to her all the time, well, okay, we move over here. What difference is it gonna make over here in this county or in this city? What difference if we move down to LA? What difference is it gonna make? What difference is it gonna make if we move to Timbuktu? There's gonna be crime everywhere because the Bible says that evil and good and bad and the ugly, all this stuff is in every place. No matter where you look at it, there is the devil everywhere and doing devilish stuff. So you can't run from it. People really, really, really believe that if I move to the woods, when I say to the woods, people really honestly believe that they can be away from this type of stuff. But I see stuff statistically on the news like, what? Wait a minute, how? And I've seen people on TV talking about, oh man, this is dominantly a really nice neighborhood. We have never had this type of crime in our neighborhood where people breaking in houses and breaking in our cars and and doing all these various different types of crimes in the neighborhood. And I'm sitting there thinking like, why would you even think that? Like, and then of course we're gonna have the thought that maybe it's not the people in our neighborhood is like this, it's the people coming from somewhere else committing the crime in the neighborhood, is my point. That is my exact point. My exact point is crime is going to find you. I don't care where you hide, you can hide in a rock. Underneath the rock, above the rock, around the rock, you can hide wherever you want to hide. Trouble is going to find you somehow because that's the way what we say when I say the devil. Think about it like this. I ain't always been Christianist. I just say it like that. But I ain't never been incarceration. But almost. But I'm just saying a criminal, you have to understand what a criminal, how a criminal think. And and so a criminal is not gonna just say, hey, I'm not gonna just rob only my hood. I'm not gonna just rob the only where I live at here in the hood. I'm gonna find another innovative way of committing crime. Go to the nicer area and rob the folks in the Hollywood or whatever y'all want to call it, or in the nicest neighborhood. You think you're safe? You're not. You're not safe. I'm sorry. You're not safe. But people have this persona or belief that you're safe. No one's safe. Believe me, no one's safe. Even with what we're going through right now, the wars and things of this nature, no one is safe. But the only way that you are going to be safe, ministerially, or when we're talking about God, the only way you're safe is in the arms of the Lord. I mean, God. That's the only way you're going to be safe. Regardless of what's happening around you, you're only going to be safe in the arms of God. But again, the Bible says that we all have appointed time. There is an appointment that we'll all have to meet, whether it's pleasant or not. We all have an appointed time. Whether you're sickness, that's all from the devil, right? It's not from God. God didn't intend for us to be sick at all. He didn't intend for us to have disease and all this stuff that's going on. He didn't. That wasn't his intent, but because of sin had creeped on the land, evil has surfaced the land, and therefore, with that being said, the world has been That's the reason why he was cast out of heaven. Because he tried to overthrow God. And God said, you got to go, buddy. You try to contaminate my angels up here. You try to contaminate what's happening here on the world. That's the reason why evil is prevalent. Alright? That's the reason why evil is prevalent. Because it's from the devil. And if you understand that, you already know why crime is what it is. And we'd be like, this don't make no sense. Why this is this way? Yes, this don't make no sense, but the reality is in the Bible. The Bible, the Word of God, speaks of this. Now, have the devil, Lucifer, had not been trying to be all stupid, we wouldn't even be in this situation to begin with. It wasn't Adam. Adam was the first man who was the first human man who disobeyed God. All right, when it come down to the eating of the forbidden fruit. And by the way, it didn't say apple, y'all. It didn't say peach. God said, stay away from that forbidden fruit. I give you all of this stuff, the whole whatever areas of the land or whatever, plentiful animals and ducks and whatever y'all want to call it. But it was Adam. Well, actually, it was Eve, because Eve was his wife. She basically was deceived by the devil, the evil. I told you it was the evil. So she was deceived. And then she turned around and deceived her husband, which was Adam. Adam got weak and didn't think that God wasn't going to see him. But God said, listen, if you eat up this forbidden fruit, I will surely let you know that you're going to be naked and you're going to see each other. That's why we clothe ourselves, clothe ourselves and not be naked. Because it's a what? A shame. It's a shame to walk around naked. Anyway, so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. People say, well, just Christians have sidearms. Everybody get their opinions, but that depends on what kind of sidearm we're talking about, though. Somebody said, what's the word they say? Make sure you have the whole armor of God on you. The breastplate of the righteousness, which is the word of God. Right? See, some people might interpret that. Oh, you carrying a knife? Oh, that's not right. Oh, you got a bat? Your Bible, your weapon. No, you in your house. Your house is your supposed to be your safety. But we know the devil gets crazy. So if you can defend your house, you do what you gotta do. I tell my wife this all the time. I say, okay, if the devil is that stupid enough to go, okay, I got a dog. Okay, he wanna get past my dog, then he's a fool. And not leaving out the same way you came in. Alright, let me do this song, y'all. So let me see. This is something I was trying to pick up from David Jackson some time ago. I'm gonna try it again. Now, I won't do the rhythm. I'm just trying to see, can I play it? Get close to it, I think he did. Now, listen to what I'm about to tell you next. Everything I'm doing in the moves are in my play-by-sight edition 1 and 2. So we got the minor 9, but he's doing this minor chord, your regular minor. Sometimes, ooh, that some food smells so doggone good. I'm ready to get off the organ keyboard and go eat. So he's just playing really the B flat minor. I'm just coming from it from the D flat major 7 voicing and doing it this and turning it into a B flat minor 9. But it's actually minor. Next chord movement is B flat minor 7 with the 4. I did this the other day. And then E flat. And there's a little da 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 intro, alto, I don't know what y'all want to call it. Okay. So I'm gonna try to play what I've written. Alright, the next chord was, I put this in the book, the minor 7/4 again. Okay. And then the next portion was I'm playing the minor chord in the right hand. Actually, I'm playing a major 6 chord in the right hand, which is also in the book. And then the power chord, we call it the perfect fifth, makes us play the major 9 chord. Alright, so there's so many ways of playing the major 9 13s, and I can go on and on. And then we have the sus4. So that whole thing. Alright, so that was the intro. Trying to read what I read, transcribe. Alright, trying to learn how to play the keyboard. Like the pros. Alright, so then after he does that, then I'm gonna go to the Alright, so actually he's doing this little thing. Perfect fifth and minor 6, but we slur it or twang it. And then my left hand, I'm playing the minor 6 in the tritone. Actually, let me think. So we got the minor 6 and the major 6, major third, I'm sorry, and the tritone together. I think my reach, I can do it. Yeah. So I'm done. It's like it's all together. And then now technically, this is really actually a D flat minor chord technically. And then we make this as a D flat, whether you're doing a root or the second version. And my fingers happens to be, it's laid down on the minor 6 voicing, D flat minor 6. So and then when I come with the other, technically, the other chords, which is the sus4 in the right hand technically, but I'm sorry, not sus4, but the B flat minor 7 voicing in the right hand, and I come down then it makes you play the D flat minor 6 voicing. Fat, I call it the fat, big voicing. Now, technically, I just do this, the D flat there, which is really not supposed to be there, but remember, it's technically a minor chord, but I'm normally playing what we call the major second, and then we got now the E major with a flat 5. So it's an E flat major, E major. I'm sorry, I keep saying E flat. E major with a flat 5 voicing because of my reach. And then that's when we come -6, twanging it into a E major with the flat 5. And get the note. And then we go into that power chord again. Anybody, you can play the A flat if you want to. Actually, you also can do the minor third, which makes you play an A flat add 2. This is another voicing that I'm trying to remember. Did I put this one in here? I'm not sure. If I didn't, oh my brother, I can't put it in this book now in this one here because I'm already getting ready to close this book out. But we're using the perfect fit. The right hand is you playing the A flat with the first inversion, but we add in what we call the 2, which makes you excuse me, play the B flat 9 sus 4. So it ends up being an A flat add 2. I sprayed this stuff from my nasal drip thing, and now it's drizzling down my throat. So it's like, get out of my throat. So this turns it into a A flat major add 2. So I got this intro. Myself how to play piano, and I will say for my beginner level musician, if you learn how to play, don't stop. At the beginner level, I put myself in that category because I'm not a keyboardist. However, even if I'm playing on the organ, I'm putting myself in the category of a beginner level musician. Even though y'all might disagree, man, you playing them chords like the pros. Y'all know this. Yeah. You're playing advanced level stuff. Yes. That's how you gonna get better. Yeah. It's really, honestly, y'all, it's not really advanced level stuff. It's just that you're playing the chords. You're playing what you have learned. Your power, I keep using power chord. Your perfect fourth, fifth, fourth, fifth, fourth. Your minor second, you've learned your major second, the minor third. It's just the knowledge that you just learned. You started out, you should start out learning your skills. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So all of this starts to make sense because you're gathering information over time. And the thing about it is you're playing these notes from either the scale, from one scale to the other. D flat, E flat, F what? Yeah. G flat, A flat, B flat. I promise you, I'm gonna be playing some of these notes in these chords that I'm doing. See, and then be another scale I'm playing. And also with the number system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just remember 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then if we use the word continuation of the number system, your 1 becomes 8, 2 9, 3 is what? 10, 4 is now 11, 5 is 12. And 6 is 13, and your 7 is 14. Back to the 1. Oh, and then it'll start to make some sense. All right, over time. I introduced that to y'all in my play-by-side. My formula that I'm using. All right, I'm using my formula as the major move, minor move, augmented move, diminished 7 move, dominant chord move. 7, major 7 sharp 5, also flat 5, let me see, sus 2, did I say major 7 yet? Major 7 sus 2, there's many more other ideas, but these are the ones I come across that is relevant. Sus 4, 7 sus 4 chords. All day. And the next part, tritone. This is the formula I use, alright? My own formula. This is how I'm figuring this out. Stuff that I'm like, what is these guys playing? What is the stuff that these guys are doing that I couldn't figure out for the life of me until I picked this out on my own, and I'm like, what? In other words, I'm saying anything, any of these keys, all 12, repeat, repeat. Until you run out of keys. They all repeat, but you just have the octaves. It's just repeating the same thing. You get that comp set, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I got my scales, the number system with that. Okay, cool. You got this chord that Andre talking about. And on the one, you can play any chord on the one. So if we were in C, I'm gonna play the chord on the one. We got a minor chord. C minor. We got the augmented chord. That's it. Major 7 flat 5, drop 5, or flat 5, or both. What? Diminished 7. Ooh, that's an accident. Diminished major 7, diminished major 7. That's also in the book. I told you I'll be like, there's more to this. What? Diminished 7. Right. Dominant chord. There's more to this. Add the 9. On the 2, right? What? There's more to this, but I'm just giving y'all the first one. Major, minor, augmented, diminished. I'm sorry, major, minor, augmented, add 7, major 7, sharp 5, diminished 7, dominant chord, major 7, sus 2, sus 4, 7 sus 4, and that's the formula that I'm using in the book. And I'm like, okay, y'all have to get this. You gotta get it. You must get it. It's imperative that you get this, because everything is the one. It don't matter if I go to the next key. You still got the one, dominant, one, maybe 7. All of that is on the one. That's maybe not all of them, but it's the one I consider relevant that I'll be like, what is the musician doing? I hear the musician doing this on the organ. It's a major 9. I told you the chord already. Didn't I not tell y'all? I said the major 7. Alright, let's go back. Actually, there it is right there. Alright. Alright. And then we have the major move. Then we have augmented chord. Then we have a tritone. Come on, y'all. You gotta come with me. You gotta come with me. Let's do the augmented. Yeah, I know y'all with me. Come on now. Y'all gotta come with me. Yes, that's why I said, wait a minute. That's the reason I put that formula in the book, because I'm like, okay, when you guys get it, it's gonna snap. You gotta practice those chords, and it's gonna hit you. It hit me when I did it, and I'm like, what? And so then when I'm sitting here doing this, chapter number what? 3, my minor chord. It's in the book. The minor major move. In the book, y'all. Everything I'm doing. So I'm like, what? That's the minor chord. Oh, what's the chord I play? This one here. Alright. This one is in the book. It's just an E7 but voice. But you put the other hand with it, some more notes with it. And then you have the B flat minor 7. You might heard it. B flat minor 7. I just played, and just maybe adding another note. Now we have the B flat 7 with the 4, which I already put in the new book. I said, and now we have the B flat minor 7 11. What? Now I have the E flat minor my the 9 sus 4. Now I have a D flat 6/9. What? It gets interesting. Now I have a B major 13 sharp 11. Approach this in this angle. All right. Let's do the other B. This is the 13 now. We're doing the 13. Right. You see everything that I did. And then down we have a B major 9/13. And I'm only spread out as far as my fingers will allow me to go. Now I have A flat minor 9/11 because I'm utilizing my fingers. All fingers are doing something. How many chords did I play already? A flat minor 13, 9, 9, 11. And now F sharp major 13 with the add 4. Look at that. Now, did y'all count how many chords I just created just that fast? Yeah. All because I said what I said earlier. My little formula. And once I started, it's like, okay, hold on, where can I go after this? Alright, now I got this. I started here, B flat minor. B flat, now E flat, with the 7 sus 2. C7 sus 4 with the flat 9, flat 3. B flat minor add 2. B flat minor 9, 11. Let me see. I guess I'm gonna try it. Okay, let's try some funky. E flat 13 sus. Let me move a finger. Let me bring this one. Ooh, D flat minor 7 with the flat 5. Oh my goodness. With the flat 9, flat 13. Oh, that's a different one right there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's it. Okay, now. Ooh, look at that left hand, y'all. All my fingers doing something. A flat. A flat 9 with the sharp 11. That's just by itself. Let's put a secret sauce chord. What? I'm using the 7 sus 4, 7 sus 4 chord. Woo! And they call it this D7 alt. Ah, that's sick, yo. It sounds. Woo! 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 Gotta be creative, y'all. I'm using all my fingers in my left hand. Woo! Let's transpose up. Alright, let's go up. Woo! Y'all hear that? Woo! Woo! Oh my goodness. If I was in Jack. Let's go up. Woo! Woo! Let's go minor. Oh! Shut up my mind, my nitro. Ooh! 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 Let's go. D7, sharp 9. All these are sharp, except for the flat 13. D7, sharp 9, sharp 11, sharp 9, sharp 11 with the flat 13. You know what? I think I play this one. I think I do this. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna add a D. D. It's already on the bottom. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's nasty, y'all. Oh, I'm trying to get up off this minor move. Go back to my secret sauce. Woo! Woo! Alright, that's D7. Now we're going to the flats, all flats. Flat 9, flat 5, flat 13. Woo! Woo! Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor. Woo! Y'all get the point. So yes, I could see him build chords all day. E flat. Right? Chords in the book. Now those other fatties that I just did was from a whole nother angle. I might have to review this video and go back to this. And hopefully I'll remember what I just did. And I may go ahead and start this in my next book. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up because I made it to chapter 38, I believe it was. I think it's chapter 38. This time I broke my record of 25 pages in that other book. So this one's gonna be chapter. What's going to be? I was too late. I believe I made it to chapter 38. So I'm gonna wrap this book up and then do all my editing and try to finish it hopefully by the end of this month. That's my plan. Today is my anniversary for 14 years on my job. They celebrated that to me this morning. I actually didn't even realize how time flew by so fast. And they said, hey, I'm walking in, hey, Andre, hey, cool, you here? We were just talking about you. And I'm like, what I done did. And congratulations to your 14-year anniversary. What? From 14? Are y'all sure? It was like, yeah, today's your anniversary, bro. I'm like, oh, wow, 14 years, that's a long time to be in. Alright, it done went to sleep on me. She done went back to sleep over here. Alright, so let me get this ready for over here. Alright, Alright, if I just play only just the chords. Oh, the name of the song is I Worship You, Almighty God. There is none like you. So he starts out, little intro. I'm just playing it straight. I'm just playing the chord straight. I worship you. This is not the way the album go, y'all. I believe I might have a copy of the transcription for the original. I can't. I'll look for it. But oh my God. No, I'm not gonna do all this stuff he did. But I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna keep it straight. Now, whole idea is to get the chord in my hand. So we started out minor, chapter number 3 in my book, first one. All right. Wait, what did I say? Yeah, the minor 7/4 in the new book. E flat in 7/4 in this new book coming up. This voicing major 9 in this new book coming up. All right, and then we have this in the first book. This is sus4. All right, then he starts the song, and it goes. I'm just gonna play the chord without playing all of the other stuff first. Minor 6 is in the new book, the second book. Back to A flat add 2. Then we have the 7 sharp 9 sharp 5 in the second book. F minor 9 in the first book, second book 2 as well. All right. Let me see. I'm trying not to do the little. I did it anyway. A flat major 7 in the first book, and I believe I did also this voicing in the newest book and the second book. But I told you there's more than one way. Remember, we had that little girl, the young lady was doing the jam. All you doing is transpose. All you doing is really doubling up your 1 and 1 because you're playing the major 7 voicing and you just doubling up the 1, but you getting your cluster, which is the minor second. I told y'all earlier. That's all in chapter 18. 18 covers your minor your minor seconds, and it covers, I call those the dissonance or clusters or whatever y'all want to call it. Give it whatever name y'all want to give it. That's over in chapter 18. I teach that in the very first book. Alright, so let me see, where am I at? I'm trying to do pattern wise, because I said earlier, you can't play chord progressions. You can't do chord progressions if you don't have enough chords to create chord progressions. Alright, if you don't know enough chords, you cannot create chord progressions. Without chord progressions, that was what my biggest struggle was in the past. The blast for the past, all I knew was this. This is what I want to tell myself. That's all I knew. So how could I play anything else? These were my first several chords I taught myself. And then Frank Morris taught me the A flat chord. Gonna win. Let go. This is all I knew at the time, right? I just didn't know what they were at the time. And then, that's it. Now, when the situation occurred, when me and my best friend was at a church, the same church he was playing at, one night, doing a revival, I don't know what service it was, whatever it was, they had to leave, and my boy was like, hey. 2 nights later, another preacher get up, and he's preaching. It was another preacher's night to preach. So my boy gets up and he goes in the front and gets on the drums. He's flagging me down, telling me to get on the organ. And this is after the organist and the drummer, and they had to leave. The church was full. I will never forget this. That was like, if I told you what happened to me years ago with my dad, I have been asking my dad for years, several times, because he showed me how to drive a stick shift. And my dad said, yeah, man, I'm going to show you how to drive. All right. Because I know how to drive a manual, automatic. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to show you. So I'm in the driver's seat with him, passenger seat. You just do this, you do this, and you do this. But my dad would never let me drive the car. And I was like, so every time I ride with him, every so often, when he had somewhere to go, I'll be like, I'm rolling with him. Hey, Dad, can you show me how to? I was married too, by the way. But I've never had the opportunity to learn how to drive a shift stick. Okay, let's get back to the drum thing. So my boy was flagging me down, telling me, come on, get on the organ. Remind me, I just told you a few nights earlier, another musician, Frank Moore, showed me how to play this chord. But I had no instruments to go home and practice this, y'all. So it was about photographic memory, so to speak. That's how I did it. And he showed me this, and that was it. 2 nights later, He comes, he plays, him and the drummer, they did the thing, and they had to leave. Maybe they had to go to work. I don't know. When the preacher got up to do his sermon, they had to go. And my boy gets up there gets off, sitting in the pews. We were sitting almost toward the rear, in between the rear and just in between the middle of the church and the rear. And this fool gets up and goes over and gets on the drums, and he's telling me, "Come on, man, come on." I'm like, "Man, I ain't going up there." Look at all these people. I ain't going up there. I was 16, y'all. But anyway, so he goes up there, get on the drums, boom, behind the preacher. Now, I mean, I'm thinking the preacher don't really need no music because he had the singing voice. He had people on their feet already. Like that was the skill he had. He had the skill of non-boracy whatsoever. Like the preachers on the pulpit was on their feet. The people were I know in the pews were on their feet, and I was like, he don't need no music. This man can preach by himself. So yeah, my crazy boy, homeboy, best friend up there, yo, come on, man, with the sticks. Come on, clacking on this. Come on, man. I'm like, bro, no. And I'm like, and everybody's like, pointing at me. And, he's talking to you. And all the preachers up there, come on, man, come on, help the preacher out. Everybody in the pool, come on, man, come on, man, you got this. I'm like, you don't even know me like that. I don't play the organ. I'm telling them I don't play the organ. I'm literally like yelling it out like I don't know how to play. And everybody's like, yes, you do. Come on, man, you know you got this. I'm like, I don't know how to play the organ. I ain't never played the organ in my life. So everybody on that road, they some cold connivers. Y'all cold, you folks. Y'all cold. Y'all some cold, sanctified people. Y'all real cold. Y'all so cold. They was grabbing onto me, moving out the pews, getting out the way, going in the aisle, grabbing me out in the aisle. I'm like, I don't play. Nothing bad, violently, but and I'm like, yo, I don't play. Come on, you got this. They walking me up, escorting me to the organ, like I'm the president or something. like I'm that dude. I'm that dude that day. I was going to be that. I was definitely the dude. Like basically, I'm secretly telling them that I really don't know how to play, but I actually know how to play it, if I put it that way. And I'm honestly, in all honesty, I ain't never played. I'm telling them I ain't never played the organ. I don't even know what I'm doing. Get on the organ, y'all. And they would not let me off the organ. They was standing right there. And I'm like, I don't play. And my boy's like tapping on the thing, on the front of the organ thing. Come on, man. You got this. The preacher's going in. And I'm saying like, this man got this. My legs were shaking. I was sweating. I was like drenched down. Like I was water drenched. Like y'all just poured a whole bucket of water on me. I was sweating and everything. I was like, oh my God. I'm on the organ. I get up there and they wouldn't let me off. And it was like, you ain't leaving until we got this thing going. And I was like, what? You got this. Come on. They was cheering me on. You got this. Like cheerleaders. I was like, yo. So, yeah. I started the first chord. And, yeah. I don't know where yet. Yeah, and the preacher, he was doing his thing. He was a singer. People were just into it. So I started playing along like, yeah. Quickly, I had to understood the dynamics of the preacher real fast because he was preaching and his preaching was and God said be like so that let me know that was and God said let me out and then I was like, oh, okay. So of course me and the drummer, he was like and so before I know it, y'all, I'm on the way. My little 5 chords. Back to the one. I didn't know what I was doing, y'all. Before I know it, I'm like, I don't know where it came from. I didn't know where that came from, but that came from out of nowhere, y'all. I was like, and everybody's looking at me like, I thought you said you know how to play the organ. I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, it happened. I got, I don't know what happened. It just came out, y'all. I was like, what? And there's my left hand. And I was like, what? I was like, what that came from? It was funny to me. After that happened, I couldn't remember nothing I did after that. I tried to go back. After church was over, I literally tried to go back to try to figure out what I was doing with that. I knew that part, but I didn't know anything. I don't know. I was like, I don't know where that came from, but that came from out of no man's land. I did ba 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 ba. I did that. When you're on organ, and then that was hilarious to me. I don't know where that came from. That just tripped me out. And then I tried to remember, and I couldn't remember for nothing. And then I think I did this one too. On the organ. But it was funny because after the church was over with at the end, I tried to go back and I was like, man, what was I doing? I couldn't find it for nothing. I mean, I couldn't find that move those moves I was doing. I could not figure out how I did it. I tried and tried and tried until they kicked us out of the church. And I just couldn't find it. I was like, what just happened? And it was like, oh, man. Then the preacher, of course, the 5 preachers on the pulpit. Hey, man, who you play for? Nobody. Man, you want to come play for me? I'm like, I don't even play. What you mean? Bro, you set the house on fire. And of course, they did shout music. I started shouting. And right quick, I had to learn how to, of course, you know, the old school. I had to learn how to do that too. Actually, I learned it on the spot because remember, ba-da, ba-da. The only thing I had to figure out was ba-da-da-da. That was it. But, you know, that. And that happened accidental. And then all of a sudden, that was just like on the fluke. And then all of a sudden I started doing on the pedals, y'all. I was doing pedals. And I couldn't believe that I was actually really pulling this off when I was doing it. And I was like, what? What? And then I tried to go back. And trying to figure out what was I doing. And I couldn't do it, y'all. It was that in the moment, I was in the moment. That was it. So y'all might catch me in the moment sometimes. I might do stuff. It's in the moment. And then I'll be like, whoa. Oh. Just like y'all just caught me in the moment. And I gotta be sitting here. something I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just doing stuff. Alright? Oh no. Okay, y'all gotta go. See if I see if I can fish it out. I told you. If I don't get my practice in now, forget it. And actually, I need to get it because she parked that car right in front of where I need to get out. Alright. She parked it right in front of where I need to get out, as a matter of fact, in the driveway. So, y'all catch y'all later. Peace and love and cornbread. Keep practicing, stay focused, and stay locked in. And I'll catch y'all later. Hope it's gonna take me long to fish this thing out. The oil cap. That's gonna be fun. Let me find my catcher. If I'm coming. So let me see if I can fish it out somehow. Good luck to me. And I don't have a good back and she want me to try to do this. Good luck to me, y'all.